Okay, that's something that's changed. I was planning on doing a walk through a forest on a forest road up to a mountain lake. It's about a 2-mile walk and then 2 miles back. But since I was last here about 6 years ago, private land, and they got, look at the size of those padlocks they got. Yeah, they just certainly don't want anyone walking up there. Okay, so but there's, well, these are the type of vans that are used by kind of clubs. Okay, so I'll just go for a walk up to this quiet road. A handy parking spot here for that walk up there, but so that's a bit disappointing. Obviously people walked up there besides me. I've only been up there that I can remember once. So this valley here is called, or location is called Blaenau Dolwyddelan. Well, I don't know how to pronounce it. Dolwyddelan. And there you can see over there in far distance is, or just in the sunshine there. Well, anyway, maybe I haven't, yeah, okay. There's no traffic. Yeah, there's a bit of traffic right there. That's the road that goes up to Crimea Pass and then down into Blaenau Festiniog. It's a hidden away valley. There was the chapel, now converted into a house. Now, there's 3 cars parked here, so my guess is that's a holiday cottage, but I could be wrong. It's a beautiful countryside though. I doubt if I'll meet any walkers. I could meet walkers, but yeah, kind of like a hidden valley here. As is usual with my luck, when I started out from the house, it was well, pretty well 100% sunshine, but now it seems to be clouding over. A bridge, we crossed that little stream there, you can hear it. And there's a good sizable tree there. Looks like a conifer. It's been there some years, but look at that. Kind of like a ruined chapel. So this valley was, well, it's only got a few inhabitants now. But it might have been, there's a quarry, okay, goes with the contrast, it's hard to pick out, but there's kind of like a quarry spill, what do you call them, quarry fill, it's, yeah, so there was quarry workings up here at one time. It was a busy place. Well, maybe back in the 19th century. Okay, I got a choice here. I could go up this road here, which is kind of like a dead end. It ends in about well, maybe less than a mile. And I could take this path here, which goes up to a farmhouse, I think, and then goes into a track which runs up to the over the mountain moorland. Okay, so let's go start an uphill ascent here. Okay, I'll just take, the sun just came out, so I'll just take a show of the difference in when the sun comes out. It brings the colour out. Okay, it's makes a change. It's been some years since I was last here in this hidden valley. And there's the first sighting of Moel Siabod there. That's a popular mountain to climb, Moel Siabod. I can't see anything in the viewfinder, but there might be people on the top there. Okay, I think I'm coming to the end of this tarmac lane, which kind of serves a farm here. And then there should be a track that continues on. Okay, I'm in the middle of the farm here. I don't know how many walkers they see up here. Okay, so Code Moel, footpath to Nant Gwynant. Okay, for the that guy made a special journey, the farm worker there, or the farm owner, to make sure that gate was properly closed. So you detect a kind of like a hostility to walkers. As I say, this walk, I didn't actually plan on this walk. I planned on that walk through the forest up to that, up to a mountain lake below Moel Siabod. But this should be a fairly good alternative. There it is, Moel Siabod up there. That's nice. That's a reassuring sign there that I'm on a public right of way. They got that nice little footbridge there to cross that tiny stream. Okay, what happens here? There's two paths, one there and one here. Yes, it should be a pleasant enough walk, but I won't be going too far. I've probably already walked about a mile since I left the car, and maybe I'll see how it goes, maybe just another mile up here, and then I'll just retrace my steps. As I gain height, the views should open out a bit. But here's another gate, and the farmer seems to be pleading with you. Please, please, close the gate. Got a good day for walking. There's a nice breeze. This is a stony track, and over the well, probably over the centuries, this track, you see, is kind of worn down, and you can see it's probably originally the height of the track was 3 or 4 feet higher, but it's been worn down, and now it's just a little bit awkward to walk on. And to gain height, the breeze has picked up, which is nice. But it might be an audio problem. There's the mountains behind, above Blaenau Dolwyddelan up there. I think the Crimea Pass is in that direction there. Okay, definitely nice scenery here. As I say, I probably won't meet any walkers. Someone's put down those flat stones, not made of, just ordinary stones, to get over that boggy patch there. Okay, so that's the forest I was going to walk through, and hidden away in the dip over there, underneath that ridge, is the mountain lake. But this is a good alternative. Okay, good views. I like it. Moel Siabod, there's the ridge. unfortunately, yeah, it's probably an audio problem. And over there we've got Snowdon. Yeah, very good. Been walkers up here recently. We just today's Monday, so we've just gone through a weekend here. I can see boot marks there. So, and also, I don't know if well, one nice thing about the farmers acting as kind of keeping an eye on their land is that maybe it discourages the weekend motorbike scramblers, which is. Which I, of course, don't object to. Where the track appears to start descending, so I'm going to have to do a bit of uphill work when I return. So I'll continue going along this track for a while and see what happens. On these hillsides, uplands, one of the last trees you see is the mountain ash, or the rowan tree with the berries. Well, I like this walk. Actually, I have been on this track, as I say, a few years ago, but I'm not sure if I came this far. I went over through the forest to that lake, and I think there's a footpath of sorts that comes across that moorland. It's pretty typical of hiking in North Wales. Everything gets pretty wet underfoot. Waterproof boots are really required. And we did have a little bit of rain in the last couple of days. No downpours, but enough to kind of, well, this was probably earlier on in the summer. That was probably a fairly dry track. That's another thing you see along abandoned barn on these remote Welsh valleys. Do I see signs of civilization ahead? A footpath marker maybe? Okay, so let's see. It looks now this. It occurred to me that this track might be used by anglers. It's not marked on a map, but they might. There's another gate down there, so it's a public right of way. But to access that lake that's over there, but I don't want to go to the lake. I was thinking of trying to tackle another destination over there. That style, fairly newly built. It's got those iron mesh on, because those stop you slipping. Okay, so the track has disappeared, and I'm on this. Looks like a rough footpath. There's a nice bridge that's crossing this stream. But I get the feeling that the footpath is going to become, well, disappear really. Alright for those that know where they're going, the anglers maybe. I'll carry on going while the ground's still passable. And this appears to be a junction of, I think that's the footpath that goes up to the lake. There's a kind of a cairn here. This may be the indicator to to go up to the pass there that looks down over Nant Gwynant. Cattle use this trail, and I can see a footpath marker there about, well, less than 100 yards away. So maybe, because there is probably a rough trail that goes to a path that goes to the lake. Here we got this little stand of trees here, for some reason, in the middle of nowhere. It looks like there's another ruined barn up ahead. You can see another footpath sign there. So, there are signs of civilization around here. Okay, so this looks like, see if I can see, no, can't see, yeah, I can see well, maybe a motorbike scrambler. Yeah, boot marks. I'm back on the right trail, I think. Yeah, so, let's see how things go here. There's that other old barn. Positive I'm on the right of way. In the midst of this vast wilderness, Welsh wilderness, there's a reassuring footpath sign here on this track. Moel Siabod. I like it, and foot marks and motorbike scrambler marks. Could be mountain bikers. The further away I get from civilization, the more clear this this path becomes for some reason. My destination is the pass that looks down into Nant Gwynant. But it doesn't seem to be getting any closer. It looks, of course, in these conditions, these moorland conditions, the distance is deceptive. But it looks about at least half a mile away, but according to the map it should be a lot closer. Okay, the sun came out. I thought it might cloud over because the sun makes it all looks a lot more cheerful, even in this huge wilderness. But here's the boundary fence here, separating one farm, probably belonging to the farm that I passed earlier on, and this other land over here which belongs to a farm down in the valley. I like to do walking in total solitude, then this is the walk to go on. Okay, is the pass getting any closer? I can see a good, there's a good shot here of the top of, I think it's Llyn Gwynant. It's an outpost of Snowdon. Okay. I have to go a further 200 yards past that boundary fence to get to the view down in the valley, which makes it all worthwhile. Okay, this is where well, there's no, can't see a boulder to sit on, but have a break. Yeah, oh, cattle. Yeah, right there it is. Is that Llyn Gwynant down there? Yeah, for a mountain landscape. That's the Snowdon Horseshoe there. There's a bit of a breeze, unfortunately, so yeah, there'll be a little bit of an audio problem. That's a magnificent mountain landscape. take one last look at that mountain view there, and it's quite well trodden, the trail on this side, going down to Nant Gwynant. So people probably come up here, well, maybe for the view. Okay, so I'll begin my return to the car. This is a longer walk, quite a bit longer than the one I planned. And so I didn't bring, I only brought a partial bottle of water with me. And so I'm just going now on what's in the tank. So, but of course, going back, it's mainly downhill. So that's to be said in its favour. And actually, I don't feel too bad. It's excellent walking conditions, just the right temperature with a nice cooling breeze. And these look like horse droppings. So someone's come up, I think they're horse droppings. Someone's come up on horseback. So that the path down to the Nant Gwynant must be pretty good. Okay, there's Moel Siabod up there, and here's the boundary fence. Take one. Well, no, I'll see Snowdon. You get views of Snowdon on the way back. But I'll make a somewhat, well, facetious maybe, comparison. I'm kind of thinking of that epic journey to the South Pole made by a Captain Robert Falcon Scott of the Royal Navy. He was determined to beat Shackleton's furthest south. So when he made his attempt, he probably knew he was taking a great risk. But he did get to the South Pole only to find that Amundsen had beaten him to it, so the wind was taken out of his sails, you might say. But then he wrote in his diary whether it was a desperate struggle to get back. I think it was 1,500 miles over, well, pretty, let's face it, hostile, well, probably some of the most hostile terrain in the world, or conditions in the world, the weather-wise. And of course, we all know the end of the story. But of course, I'm not, I'm just, I got this long, well, much longer walk, and I'm kind of like, facetiously making a comparison with this return journey I'm embarking on now, back to the car. But actually, no problem at all. I thought I wouldn't see another walker, but I was wrong. If you can pick him out there, I won't home in on him. He's already over 100 yards ahead of me in just, well, less than 2 minutes. So he'll be back down to the other valley, Blaenau Dolwyddelan, in about a third of the time probably that it'll take me. There it is, disappearing over the skyline. No problem. Okay, come to a junction of paths here. This marked footpath carries on going, and I think it goes to that forest, and that would be the way for me to go directly back to the car, but there's no right away through the forest, so I don't know how that works. So I'll take this descent footpath down to that. Well, that's an old bridge. Looks like the track once went over there. But I'll go down here to that stream, and then up to the track. Okay, you had a choice. I came down that way, which is the better path, but it was sketchy at this end. I went up there, and well, no problem, it worked out okay in the end. So there was looks like the actual track went over that fairly solid bridge at one time. It looks like it's been washed away. So this is a replacement. Okay, I'm back on the, more or less back on the track now. Well, it's turned out to be an excellent walk. It wasn't what I planned, but just by sheer accident I went on an excellent walk. It's a moorland walk basically, but nevertheless excellent views. Okay, I'm probably halfway back to the car, and you get excellent views of Moel Siabod from this footpath. One or two little, well, several little ups and downs on the way back, but from this point on, I think it's all descent down to the lane. Okay, yeah, I still got well, good 300 feet, maybe more, to down to the lane. Unfortunately, there's no little cafe. It'd be nice to have a cup of tea and maybe a scone in celebration, but yeah, there isn't. It's a wilderness around here, kind of off the beaten track. Look how friendly these creatures are. But there's nothing for you, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm afraid there's nothing for you. I'm just passing through. There's no seed corn there for you. All right, back to the farm. Right at the well, not, there's another farm I think further up the valley. Back to Blaenau Dolwyddelan, and well, where I park the cars, maybe less than 3 miles from the village of Dolwyddelan, and which is a nice little village. There's a train stop there. You can catch the train to either Blaenau or Llandudno. I'm coming to the end of this walk. An enjoyable walk and excellent walking conditions. The sun shines, and but I'm starting to feel it a bit now. Kind of feeling a little bit weary, but no problem. But so yeah, so my car's just round the corner here. So I think this is, you can call this the end of the walk. Okay, there's my car there, but there's one or two other cars there as well. There's one right next to me. I don't know if they belong to this house, but those two kind of large white vans have gone, so that might have been a kind of yeah, outdoor club that started to walk. I had permission maybe to go up there. This is the beginning of the valley. It's not quite the in the middle of nowhere, a wilderness, because it's quite close to the village of Dolwyddelan. Dolwyddelan, is it? And which has got several, it's a pleasant little village, and it's got several, well, mainly churches. It's got some history to it. The fortress of Llewellyn the Great stands on a slope above the village. But the reason I stopped here was to kind of point out Roman bridge, not British Rail, no, Roman Bridge railway station. Yeah, so it's, it's kind of like, and there's right up there, is Moel Siabod in the sunshine. Yeah, so just a little stop here to show that we're truly back in, well, appear to be right back in the centre of civilization. Station, all trains standing at platform 1, and you've got, yeah, look at that. Even a phone to, yeah, okay, the Roman Bridge station. One train goes expected 17:17 to Blaenau Dolwyddelan, another train 17:45 to Llandudno on time. Huh. Yeah, that, eh? Yeah, that's probably a private house, but it was originally in the good old days. The station master lived there. Yeah, and as I say, well, there we go. Can't go wrong.